Good morning, students. Can you hear me? Students, can you hear me? Okay, fine. So please give your attendance. In the first 5 minutes, I will only consider the attendance. So write present space your roll number. So don't forget the format. Those who are format is present space your roll number. If you give in some different format, that case your attendance may not be counted, because I am going to put the entire chat box data to Excel sheet, and the Excel sheet, if the Excel sheet does not get in proper format, that case your attendance may not be counted. So I am requesting you to give your attendance as present space your roll number. Okay, fine. Now, can you tell me, any one of you, please unmute your mic and tell me what I have covered in the last class. Please unmute your mic and tell me what I have covered in the last class. Tanya, please unmute yourself and tell me what I have covered in the last class. And you should be prepared with your pen and paper, because whatever notes I am giving, please note down it. In the next class, again, I am going to asking you the question. Tanya, please unmute yourself and tell me what I have covered in the last class. This is the second class, I guess. Or Sajid, because based on this your marks will also be decided. Sajid, please unmute yourself and tell me what is covered in the last class. Hello, Tania, please tell me what is covered in the last class.
Cloud computing.
I am not hearing you. Tell me again.
Cloud computing.
Cloud computing, which concept?
AWS.
So regarding cloud computing AWS, so the cloud computing concept is clear to you. What is there in cloud computing? Any lab I have taken, by the way?
Sir, no.
Hello? No, no lab I have taken, right? Okay. So basic concept of cloud computing I have given. Okay, fine. So today I am going to discuss about the enabling technologies of cloud computing. Enabling technologies of cloud computing. What do you mean by the enabling technologies of cloud computing? Means how the cloud computing concept come, because before cloud computing the same type of concept was also there through different technologies. Now what the scientists have done, that they have combined all the technologies and make and term find the term that cloud computing. Before cloud computing 30 years back itself, the similar kind of concepts was there 30 years back. Not even 30 years back. 30 years back means it is 1990. Na? It is actually 50 years back. 50 years back, 50 years back, the same concept was there. That is named as IBM mainframe computing. IBM mainframe computing. Have you heard about the IBM mainframe computing? Have you heard about the concept IBM mainframe computing? If you have heard, please no. Okay, fine. So IBM mainframe is computing means that it's IBM has a powerful server, very powerful server, which is called mainframe, which is located in the IBM office or the IBM center, where this powerful server remains on 24 into 7 into 52 weeks. 24 into साल भर ये on रहता है, and on in that you can store your sensitive data or business data. You can store all your sensitive data or business data, and customer can use that mainframe services as and when they require it. So what they do, that suppose IBM has taken one project from LIC. IBM has taken one project from LIC, Life Insurance Corporation. So they will maintain the websites and web services of LIC. And that case, what they will do, that they will store all the important information, store all important data or customer data to mainframe computer. Now, to access that mainframe computer, user who is sitting in LIC office, so they can access it from the remote location. Means they will they will log in into the mainframe computer, and they can work into on the mainframe computer. And that is whatever the story that is I am telling about 1970s. So that time IBM has started this mainframe computing businesses, where all the data will be stored in the mainframe computer, and people can log into the mainframe computer and start their working over there. So that time cloud computing concept was not there, and they use they use to use that language COBOL. So using COBOL, they are accessing through the mainframe computer, and it doesn't have any user interface. Just you have to give the command, and based on the command, it used to work. So that is actually called the that is actually concept of autonomy. Sorry, utility computing. So that utility computing. So this utility computing is one of the enabling technologies of cloud computing. What IBM has started 50 years back through the mainframe computer. Is it clear to you, or shall I explain it again? This is one of the enabling technologies. There are several other enabling technologies are also there. Okay. So if enable utility computing is clear to you, please write 1, else write 0. Okay, fine. So there is another enabling technologies was there, that is called grid computing. How many of you heard about CERN Alice experiment? Alice means a large hadron collider experiment. A large hadron collider. How many of you have heard about this Alice Large Hadron Collider experiment? If you have heard this one, please write 2. If you have not heard this one, please write 3. Then I will explain. CERN Large Hadron Collider experiment. Okay, most of you have not heard about this experiment. Okay, so this is the biggest scientific experiment carried out by the European Union. In European Union, all the European countries have funded in this experiment. What they are going to do, that they have created a big tunnel, 27-kilometer radius tunnel from Germany, Switzerland, and in the border of Germany, Switzerland, and Austria. And that tunnel is 1 kilometer deep inside the earth core. So within this tunnel, what they are doing, they are accelerating a particle, the atomic particle, in the opposite direction, in the speed of light. And when in the opposite direction, the speed of light, in the speed of light, the particles are coming and they are colliding with each other. So several subparticles are being generated, gluon, xenon, so several from that atomic particle. And they believe that these particles are behind the creation of our Earth. So to find out what is the reason behind the creation of our Earth, so they are doing this experiment. Few days before also, you can see in the newspaper that they have make the first collision few years back, where two particles are moving in the opposite direction in the speed of light, and after collision, whatever the particles are being generated, so they are analyzing that one, and from that they have find out the God particle. I think you have heard about the God particle, or you have not heard this one also. God particle, you have heard? Please write 4 if you have heard. If, write 5 if you have not heard. Okay, so basically, God particle, existence of God particle is being generated from the CERN experiment itself. Now, why I am telling this so? So because when they have made this collision, so and not only for one particle, millions of particles in second. In 1 second, 1 million particles are being collided. 1 million particles are being collided with each other. Okay. Now, after a collision, they are taking the snapshot of the collision. In 1 second, they are taking 30 snapshots, 30 photos through a very high resolution camera. High resolution camera means 1 million pixel camera. They are taking this data through 1 million pixel camera. And each of the photos size is around 60 GB. Now, if you print that photo, that case with a high resolution, that case the photo size will cover an entire football ground. Now, in 1 second, how many photos are being captured? 30, and each photo size is 60 GB. That means 30 into 60 GB of data from one collision is being generated. That is 180 GB of data is being generated in one collision. Now, from 1 million collision means 1 million. This is 1 lakh. This is 1 million collision. That means this amount of data is being generated in 1 second. Now, is it possible for the CERN supercomputer to analyze this huge amount of data at a time? Not possible. So, what they are doing? So, they are sending those data to through a grid computer. Means they have created a grid of different computational facilities of different countries' biggest atomic lab. Like suppose this is CERN lab, they have created one grid with Brazil atomic lab. They have created a grid with UK atomic lab. They have created a grid with USA. They have created a grid with India. They have created a grid with Japan. They have created a grid with Australia. Okay, now what they are doing that in India, IIT Bombay and SINP, Shanghai Institute of Nuclear Physics, that is situated in Kolkata. So these two institutes are involved in CERN project where when the data, this amount of data are being generated. So what CERN is doing that they are sending few data to UK lab, few data to USA lab, few data to Brazil lab, Japan lab. In this way, they are distributing the entire data to different labs through grid computing facilities. And because to distribute the load actually, so they are distributing the computing facilities load, distributing the load. Please take the notes of what I am writing. Distributing the entire load. Now, why they are distributing the load? Because it is not possible for CERN to analyze the entire load by themselves. Now, each of the countries' labs are analyzing yeah, the load separately and then returning back to CERN. And they are returning back to CERN. Now CERN is getting those data. So this is the application of grid computing which has been devised by CERN. So I have a small video for your better understanding. I am sharing this video. This video does not have sound. Unfortunately, the sound I could not capture. Please see the video. It will help you to understand how CERN grid computing is basically working. So you can see that how the loads are being distributed to different countries. Okay, so have you understood? So how in sun the experiments are being done? So how the grid computing actually works? Do you need another demo also for grid computing? Or is it clear to you? Please write it in the chat box one if you have understood or you need more clarification, or zero if you have not understood this one. Okay, it's clear, na? Fine. So in cloud computing service also, we are using the same grid computing facility. What we are basically doing in case of cloud computing, we are we are making the load balancing also, right? In case of cloud computing, I'm showing you how the load balancing is being done. Suppose you have taken one virtual machine in the cloud. You have created one virtual machine. This is your node. Now it is heavily loaded. It got heavily loaded. So that case, what the cloud service provider will do, if it got heavily loaded, there are several options are available. One option is that either they can scale up your service, scale up your resources, scale up resources so that it should not get crashed. Now, if you say that no, I don't want to scale up because scale up will again incur my cost. So what they will do, that they will try to that case balance the load to some other underloaded computer. Now, if you have any underloaded computer available within your virtual machine system, that case it will be underloaded over there. If you don't have, you have created only one virtual machine, that case it will be distributed to some other computer which is occupied by the cloud service provider itself. So this grid computing concept also adapted in cloud computing. So this grid computing is also another enabling technology. Right? Now, what are the enabling technologies that we have discussed till now? Can you recapitulate? Can you remind me? What are the grid computing concepts that we have discussed till now? You can write it in the chat box itself. What are the grid computing concepts we have discussed? Sorry, cloud enabling technologies we have discussed till now. No, not load balancing. We have discussed right till now. One is grid computing, that is the cloud enabling technologies. Please, in the next day, I will ask the question. So if you have any query, you can ask me. Just now I told about grid computing, and before that I have told about autonomic computing, right? Or sorry, autonomic or utility computing? Yes, utility computing. So these are the two enabling technologies that I have discussed. So what are the other enabling technologies? One is Web 2.0. Now, what is Web 2.0? You have already gone through web technologies, I think. So you should know the difference between Web 1.0 and Web 2.0. Now, can you tell me? Those who can answer, he will get extra marks, because whatever you will give during the interaction, whatever be your response during your interaction, that will lead your internal marks. So what is the difference between Web 1.0 and Web 2.0? Anybody?
Sir, Web 1 first stage of the World Wide Web development.
Sorry, can you repeat it again?
Sir, Web 1.0 was the first stage of the World Wide Web development.
Very
sir.
good. So what are the
And
features
sir,
over there?
Sir, there are only that, sir, the administrators and the creators are where, sir, basically they were able to create all the resources present in the web, but in Web 2.0 it is more participatory, sir, where the users
Exactly.
can
Very
generate.
good. Very good. Thank you. You're Udit, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm proud of you. It's a एकदम perfect answer. So it's a participatory concept is there, which is enabled in Web 2.0. Like earlier, whatever the websites we are being developed, that is being maintained and controlled by the website administrator. Very few controls are there in terms of users perspective. Means if the users forms fill up a forms, that data will be stored in the website database. So this amount of data the user can contribute. Right now, user can, through in Web 2.0, user can create web page, maintain the web page, control the web, and he can delete the web also. Now I am giving you one example. Who has created your Facebook page? It's Mark Zuckerberg or you? Give me the answer. Who has created your Facebook web page or your Instagram page? You only, right? Now, who has created Wikipedia? The user only, or those who is the administrator? User only, right? So this is the example of Web 2.0, where user is creating the web page, user is maintaining the web page, user is controlling the web page, even user can delete the web page, and whatever be the content of that web page, user is the only sole responsible person for those content. Now, in case of cloud computing also, you are doing the same thing, na? So we are creating the virtual machine in the web, we are maintaining the virtual machine, we are controlling the virtual machine, we are deleting the virtual machine. It can only be possible if we enable the Web 2.0. So Web 2.0 is another enabling technologies in cloud. Now, what are the other enabling technologies in cloud? Next enabling technologies is the virtualization. Virtualization also, this concept also helped us to coin the term of cloud computing. Now, what is virtualization? This one you should able to answer. I should abruptly ask you the question. Akramul, please unmute yourself and tell me what is virtualization.
Sir, virtualization is a technique where we can use.
थोड़ा जोर से बोलो अकरमुल, मुझे सुनाई नहीं दे रहा है.
It is a technique where user can remotely access the device or process something.
टाइम के साथ साथ तुम्हारा वॉइस भी लो होते जा रहा है. अर्पिता, व्हाट इज वर्चुअलाइजेशन?
Virtualization is creating a virtual footprint of our hardware.
Very good. Then, yes, you are right. Virtualization is basically creating a virtual footprint of our physical IT infrastructure, not hardware, even software also, right? OS virtualization also. So entire IT infrastructure will be in a virtualized format. Means you have a physical machine, physical system, which has a RAM, processor, operating systems, everything is there. Inside this, I am creating a virtual footprint in terms of your virtualization, right? On virtual machine, I am creating, in which we are again taking some RAM, taking some CPU, taking some hard disk space, and also one operating system. Now, as if this RAM, CPU, hard disk, we are taking it from the physical machine physically. No, we are not taking it. We are not taking it physically. We are taking it virtually, right? So we are creating this one. This one is my virtual footprint. So this is my virtual footprint. So we are basically creating a virtual footprint of our physical system through the virtualization concept. Now in cloud also we are doing the same thing. Instead of creating the virtual footprint of the virtual machine in our local machine, we are creating the virtual machine or the virtual footprint in the cloud server itself. Is it clear? So virtualization is another enabling technologies of cloud computing. Another enabling technologies of cloud computing. Now, long story short, can you repeat again what are the enabling technologies of cloud computing? Kelvin, can you tell me? Yeah.
Quit computing, utility computing.
Yes. Tell me again.
Quit computing,
Git computing,
utility computing.
utility computing, right? What else?
Web 2.0.
Web 2.0. Then virtualization.
Virtualization.
Virtualization. So there is another important concept is there, that is called SOA, service oriented architecture. That is also one important enabling technologies of cloud computing. So notes I am telling you, because time is running out, I am showing you that all those everything is available in my website. First of all, let us show my website page so that you can go through this one. Just a minute. So the enter enabling technologies you can go. So go to odd semester 2020. So here cloud computing architecture and deployment model you will find out. Click over there. So service oriented architecture and the lecture notes. Click at the lecture notes of service oriented architecture. So you will get the entire notes over there. Please go through this one. Okay. So next day I will ask you. So you can find out what are the enabling technologies of cloud computing. Utility computing is there, grid computing is there, hardware virtualization, multi-core chips, service-oriented architecture, Web 2.0, autonomic computing, data center automation. So service-oriented architecture and data center automation I will discuss to you later on. But by this time, you please go through this one, and the next day, within first 5 minutes, I will ask you question regarding this. Now, till whatever I have discussed about utility computing, grid computing, Web 2.0, virtualization. If you have any question, you can ask me. The session is going to be closed in 2 minutes. If you have any question, please ask me. If you don't have any don't have any question, so you can write no. So no question is there. Okay. So thanks for listening. So I am stopping the lecture now.